Would you state your name for the record? Richard C. Goldsmith. What was the nature of your employment on January 13th? I was working as a bartender at the lounge. What is the location of that lounge? 1400 East 10th Street. Were you present there at about 9:30 in the morning on Sunday, the 13th of January? That is correct. Who else was present? Do you recall? The manager on duty that day was Larry Hall. We also had two people working back in the kitchen. Defendant's counsel moved to strike as not responsive. The court. Motion granted. Did anything unusual occur at about that time, on that date, and at that location? Yes, we were robbed. Could you tell the court how that happened? Larry and I were working in the bar. Suddenly a man holding a gun came running up to where we were standing and ordered us back into the kitchen. Defendant's counsel, who was Larry? The witness, another bartender. What was your initial reaction when he came running up with the gun? At first we thought it was one of the kitchen employees joking around, so we didn't pay attention to him. How long had you been on duty that morning when he came in? Approximately 1 hour. When this person initially came into the bar, you said you thought it was somehow or someone from the kitchen? Defendant's counsel, objection, repetitive. The court, overruled. That was the first impression we had, yes. Was this because he was dressed and somewhat similar to the people working in the kitchen? No, it was just that his movements were very funny. It appeared to be only a joke at the time because of the general mood he seemed to be in. Would you explain what changed your mind and caused you to decide to comply with what he was demanding? He finally walked up to where I was standing and grabbed my arm and said, "Get going." I decided at this point the gun looked real and that it was time to start listening to what he was saying. Describe to the court exactly what happened at that point. Defendant's counsel, if you recall, he ordered us back in the kitchen and locked us in the cooler. He locked you in the walk-in cooler? Yes, the large walk-in cooler. Did that include all the people you have previously mentioned? Yes, everyone in the bar. What was your initial reaction to this incident? I really thought it was a joke at first. Defendant's counsel, move to strike as irrelevant. Defendant's counsel, the court, I will let it stand. And subsequently, how did you feel? When I realized the gun was real and that he was serious, I became scared and decided maybe I had better do what he said. The court, that goes to his state of mind. Defendant's counsel, yes, Your Honor. I had no contact with that other employee until we were all in the cooler, but they were all rather frightened and didn't quite know what to make of it. Defendant's counsel, move to strike as not responsive. The court, sustained. How long did you remain in the cooler? We waited just a few minutes and tried to force our way out. Were you successful in getting out? We thought somebody was shouting at us, so we stopped and waited a few minutes to be on the safe side. Were you able to open the department door again and didn't hear any response, so what happened then? We went ahead and forced our way out. Was there anything missing in the bar once you stepped out? The bar itself had not been touched, but the office had. The door being opened, the safety latch had been opened, and all of the cash drawers on the floor, and the money gone. Did you have occasion to make an accounting of the monies that had been seen in the cash drawer? Yes, almost immediately. Were you able to arrive at an approximate figure of how much money was missing? Defendant's counsel, I object as speculative, Your Honor. The court, how much was taken? The witness, there was about $3,000 taken from the safe. Did you give anybody permission to remove those monies from the premises of the lounge? Absolutely not. When did you arrive at the figure which you just gave us? It was there that same morning. Since that time, have you had a chance to double check your figures to determine if they are accurate? Yes, I have. Are those figures accurate? Yes, ma'am. They are not exactly accurate because the Saturday deposit had not been counted. It is possible it was even more than that. Did you see the person again robbed you later saw that day? Yes, when they brought him back for identification. Were you able to identify him as the same man who had touched the bar